Hey, alright, so I'm gonna show off some new stuff that I got recently. Talk about it and stuff. So first off, we have this here Sound Blaster Live. Look at that. This right here, see it? Well, let me talk about why I got it. Well, I wanted it. Well, so I got turned on to this surround sound thing called surround sound, and I thought, well, some of my PC stuff, my old Windows 95 PC stuff, has surround sound, and games like Resident Evil 2 and stuff, they have surround sound modes, and well, turns out Windows 95 had a thing called the Sound Blaster Live 5.1 surround sound. And what it is it's a mini audio video receiver. It'll receive 5.1 stuff and output it to, you know, anything. So I thought, well, heck yeah, man, I can get this thing first before I spend a wad of money on AVR, and get this first and see what surround sound really sounded like, you know. Compare it, you know. See what Resident Evil sounded like with surround sound and stuff. So yeah, I got this, and it came with the remote. I mean, who would have thought you can control your old ass Windows 95 computer with the remote control? And well, anyway, it has EAX, you know, environmental audio. What that means is if you're walking down a hallway, it'll make it sound like a hallway. If you're in a, you know, brick area, it'll sound like a brick area. So it's really cool. So I got it and I tried it out, and I gotta say, I mean, I was impressed. It don't output like monster watts or anything. Like, it don't bump your shit or nothing. I mean, it's meant for PC speakers, but you can hook this up to a home audio video receiver and hell yeah, bump that shit and make it vibrate and turn up the bass, because the home video receiver has more watts. But I mainly bought this so I could test it out, surround sound, so I could hear what it was, and plus a shitload of games support EAX environmental audio. Mainly Resident Evil 2 is what made me want this, and plus it didn't hurt nothing. I mean, this is like $200, you know, in the box. You know, you can get one $60 without a box, but I wanted the total package. So I bought two of them. I got two Windows 95 PCs, so I want to get two of these. So, you know, it'll take any game I put in it that's Windows 95 or whatever, and it'll convert it to 5.1 audio. That means it'll distribute to each speaker and everything. And a lot of games support surround sound. Well, you got to have one of these before it'll output in surround sound. And yeah, it was a success. I was really glad I got it and everything. And this really turned me on to real surround sound. It made me want real surround sound. I mean, I wanted to know what the hell the difference was. What's surround sound? What's it do? What's 5.1? I didn't know. Well, now I do. I hooked up 6 speakers to this thing, and it demonstrated what 5.1 surround sound does. You know, you hear something over there, it's over there. You hear something over there, it's over there. You hear something, and it's coming from behind you in a game. You hear it behind you, not in the front. So it swaps your sound around, so it's more like you're in the environment. Okay, now that I got that, all these years I've been getting video games and consoles, you know, and I started off with, you know, I started off with a regular Nintendo, you know, and then you know, the first actual console I ever owned was a Nintendo Entertainment System, the regular old Nintendo. And well, all these years my brother stole it, and I never was able to have another one. So here we go. I bought a brand new one. Yeah, I liked it so much I bought it twice. I bought this one brand new, and it even has brand new inside here. It has brand new parts and everything else. So it comes with the gun. This is the action set. It comes with Duck Hunt and Mario and the gun. This is the actual one that I had when I was little, the very first one. So Yeah, buddy. Couldn't wait to get that. And something I always wanted when I had a Nintendo was a Game Genie, but I never was able to get one. Well, I bought a Game Genie. Now you're playing with power. That's RoboCop. Got RoboCop for it. Oh, I just always wanted a Nintendo. You know, something that was stolen from me and I never was able to keep. Well, now I got one and I keep it. Also, something I always wanted for those arcade games like Double Dragon and stuff like that. You know, with a regular Nintendo, I wanted Turbo. Well, the NES Advantage. It's an arcade stick, real nice one too. I cleaned it up real good. It's got turbo buttons and everything. It's real nice. So I had to get that. Really glad and proud to have another Nintendo. Now, let's move on up the ladder. So every year I like to go up to the fair and look around and see what they got and everything. One year I got a Sega CD there, a Sega Saturn the next year. Well, last year I went up there and I got, ta-da, TurboGrafx 16 in the box, complete. I never really heard of this when I was growing up, but now that I'm older, I'm hearing about such great games that are on it and everything. You know, Splatterhouse was on it. You know, Bonk's Adventure was, you know, on this. You know, TurboGrafx 16. Let me show you. The reason why they call it the TurboGrafx 16, here's a controller, is because, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a turbo on the buttons. The console came standard with TurboGrafx. To talk about the console, it's like Nintendo sound with 16-bit graphics. So, here's some of the games I got for it. Bonk's Adventure. This is what it looks like when it came out in the little box. And Bonk's Revenge. I bought these separately. It came, I had to buy this Parasol Stars with it just to see if it worked. I had to make sure it worked right, so I had to buy this crappy ass game called Parasol Stars. It's a pretty cool game, I mean, kid game. Here's Bonk's Revenge. And during the age of cartridges, you know, regular Nintendo had cartridges, Sega Genesis had cartridges. This had something different. Credit card looking motherfuckers. Look like a little credit card. Take it out, and that's what it looks like. It's a little card, and you put it in slot like that. Very effective, very good, because it, you know, all I gotta do is clean off the pins, and these damn things last forever. So they're definitely, I like them better than the cartridges myself. Bonk's Adventure, I already said I got, but I just had to have it. I mean, if you like dinosaurs and you like Mario, well, Nintendo had its Mario, Sega Genesis had its Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, TurboGrafx 16 had Bonk's Adventure. He didn't shoot fireballs, but he'd go around bonking everything, and he'd turn into a giant and stuff, and it was pretty cool. A little side-scrolling 2D beat 'em up, pretty much, you know, jump in the air and everything. One thing I really wanted a TurboGrafx 16 for was the CD-based games and the Japanese games. Well, I'm telling you, to get a TurboGrafx 16 CD, it costs like $300, and I wanted the TurboGrafx 16 CD, but there was a workaround. I could get the Japanese Turbo Duo that, number one, plays the CDs, the Turbo CDs, and it plays the Japanese cartridges. So I went and I bought a Turbo Duo. This is a Japanese console. It's very nice, very neat. It's the front of it, right here, there's a little latch right there. It pops up open, and it takes the Japanese card games you know, the hue cards, like I just showed you. And then over here, the top lid pops open and it takes CDs. So why would you want that? What would you want that for? Well, because the best version of Shinobi is on there. It's only released in Japan. The best version. This one's better than, you know, better than Sega Master System, better than Nintendo. It's a 16-bit version. So what would you want? Would you want the 8-bit version or the 16-bit version? Well, I prefer both myself, but the 16-bit version is best. So, and everybody, if you ever owned a regular Nintendo, you probably played Ninja Gaiden. Well, I had to have a Japanese TurboGrafx 16 to play Ninja Gaiden, so I bought it. But you know what's even cooler is that this actually has a code to output in English language. So that's awesome. I mean, but really, there's no story or that much, really. I mean, but it's pretty neat to have. You know, it's just side-scrolling beat 'em up. I mean, what do you need language for? But the main reason I bought the Turbo CD was 2 games. One of them I don't have yet because it's super rare and super expensive. Is Bonk's Adventure 3. That thing goes like $300 itself. But and Castlevania Rondo of Blood. It was only released on Turbo CD. I don't have it. It's like $200 for itself too. But the main one I really wanted was Double Dragon 2 CD, Super CD. I loved Double Dragon 2 when it came out on regular Nintendo. I beat the hell out of it, but I never beat it. But I got this the first day I bought it. I beat it the first time. Didn't even need cheat. It's a CD game, so it's got CD quality audio, and this is starting the phase where CDs are starting to take over, and so then Sega decided they want to come out with a Sega CD, but I wanted to show you. There's not much difference, but it's stupid because you can't use the. Here's the Turbo CD, Japanese Turbo Duo controller. It's just like the black one. Same shit. Same shit, except this one's called TurboGrafx 16, and this one's called Turbo Duo, and they both got turbo buttons. They look like a regular Nintendo controller. It's only got 2 buttons. They eventually came out with a 6-button controller for games like Street Fighter 2, but the ends are different. So you can't use, you know, American shit on Japanese shit. But it's pretty nice. I like it. I'm really glad I own it. I always wanted to own all the consoles, and I remember when I was a kid I heard TurboGrafx 16, TurboGrafx 16, I was like, what the hell is that? Well, as I got older, I decided I might as well give me one and cheap. But the main reason, the very sole purpose, the very main reason I bought it, the reason why I really wanted a TurboGrafx 16 most of all is for this game right here, Splatterhouse. The best arcade version is only released on TurboGrafx 16. Sega Genesis got Splatterhouse 2 and Splatterhouse 3, but only the TurboGrafx 16 got Splatterhouse Part 1, and had to have it. But then I also learned that the Japanese version of Splatterhouse was the only one that was uncensored. Even the US arcades weren't uncensored. So what do you want to play? You want to play one that's dumbed down, or you want to play the whole fucking game? Well, I want to play this one because it's got English language, but I still want to have replay value, and I want to play the game and see what the hell was cut out of it. They came out with a Jason Friday the 13th game on Nintendo, and I thought that game, you didn't get to be Jason. I always want to be Jason. Well, if you want to be Jason, here it is. Now, so I told you, I wanted the Japanese version, damn straight, uncensored. I want the Japanese version because I want to play it for all it's worth. I don't like playing dumbed down, hacked up games that gets edited and taking everything out. That's like watching a sex flick on cable. I don't want to watch it like that. I want the real deal. So I bought the real deal.